What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on my Silverado Super Sport. It's the first time we've done anything with it in quite some time. I got this truck when I was 17. I dailied it for a long time. I ended up getting the Camaro then. I dailied the Camaro for a while this was getting a built trans, but you can see underneath it is in need of some love. So I got the new bed for it over there. This is going to be my project. I want this to be super nice when it's done. I want to take my time with it. So this one it'll be a project on the channel for a while. Today we're going to be doing some solenoids though in the trans because it keeps blowing solenoids with the shift pressure. So first thing we got to do is drop the exhaust and drain it, drop the pan, and then we'll go ahead in the valve body and change the two solenoids. It's only one solenoid, but I'm gonna go ahead and change them both anyway. There's the solenoids. This one little part is what's causing the problems with the truck. Just real quick, I'll explain what's happening with it. So whenever I drive the truck, go ahead and put it in drive. Everything's fine. After a few minutes of driving it, the solenoid acts up. It gets stuck in third. So even when you come to a stoplight or anything like that, the truck is stuck in third gear, so it launches from third then. So it's got no power. It makes it a real problem to drive around town and everything. So we're gonna get that fixed up, and then hopefully the truck will be more drivable. I'd like to get the truck so it's back on the road, just so I can get it inspected, because it does not have a valid inspection on it for like 2 years now. So that is the plan with the Silverado. You're gonna start to see this as the project vehicle for a while. Everything else will get stuff done to it also, of course, but this is gonna be like the long-term project. So we're gonna go ahead now, get started on this, and I'll show you guys what we're doing. All right, guys, we did get the piece of exhaust off that needed to come down. We pulled the drain plug on the AFE Power, the deep pan. That's nice, it does have a drain plug because the factory one does not. You gotta pull the whole pan down. You see, we did actually have a little bit of a spill, but we'll get that cleaned up, no big deal. Now that this is draining, let that drip for a few minutes, get everything out, then we'll pull the pan. I'll show you the valve body. But I wanted to show you real quick the exhaust that came down. You can see that that is technically a cat, but if you look in there, it's hollow. So I run just a secondary O2 on this, and then it got tuned out. I use EFI Live tuning through Black Bear Performance. They're fantastic with their tunes, relatively cheap, and they get them to you fast. So I'll probably get this retuned for spring, but that's all stuff in the future. So another minute or so, let this drain, pop that pan, and I'll show you the valve body. All right, guys, we got the pan off. The gasket was stuck, so we just gently worked that around so it can be reused. Here's the valve body, and here's the two solenoids that we have to replace. So we're gonna go ahead and get those popped out. You just pull the two little pins. I'm not sure which one's A and which one's B, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace them both. B is what's shot on the truck now. That's what's causing the problems. So we'll get them pulled out. One of them is spring-loaded also. So once you pull these pins, the little yellow tabs to pull them out, one of them's gonna wanna kind of shoot out. So just make sure you don't lose anything or let it fly away. So we'll go ahead and get those popped out, put the new ones in, and then we'll start putting her back together. All right, guys, once you do pull them, you'll probably get a little more fluid out. You're gonna wanna disconnect the harness, and then you can see right there a little clip. It's in this little flat thing. It looks like a little disc where you can slot a coin. It's a little circlip. You're gonna pull that out, and then the actual solenoid pops straight out. We'll go ahead and show you this one on camera just so you can see what's going on with it. One second. Take that out of the way. Harness disconnected.
Keep those separate.
Yep. Then you're gonna wanna grab some pliers, pull that clip.
That's the one that's
and it spring-loaded popped right out, and you will get some more fluid, obviously. So, simple enough to do once you're in there. The problem is just getting to the valve body to change them. So we'll go ahead and put the new ones in, start buttoning her back together, and then we'll show you once it's back together and when we're putting the fluid back in. Actually, guys, before we put everything back together, We are going to do just a little bit of some Dremel work on that deep pan for the 3/4 shift on these. It does have a little blow off port right there. It comes out. That actually sits right here. You can see we dremeled a little bit out, but while it's all apart, we are going to just do a little bit more. That's, like I said, that's for the 3/4 shift. The truck was getting stuck in 3rd, so I'm not sure if that was part of it or if it was just the solenoid, but just to be safe, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit more because that pan's pretty thick. We can definitely take it down a little more. So we'll get that done, then we'll throw it in the wash tank, get it all cleaned up, then we'll put everything back together. There you go, guys. Nice and smooth, poured it out. That should do much nicer. So now we're just gonna get everything cleaned up, then it'll go back together. The proper tools in the shop always help, guys. That's why I normally don't do this stuff. I do more of the cosmetic stuff, the wrapping, the detailing. That's what I specialize in. My dad has been doing mechanical stuff like this since he was my age, so he's already forgotten more than I'm ever gonna know. So I normally come to him for help with stuff like this, and he's always got the right tools. So things get done much faster when he helps me out. All right, guys, the truck is back together. The fluid is back in. We have not started it yet, but everything else went according to plan. So I'll start it for you real quick. Let me close the hood up. I'll start the truck. It is pretty much bone dry, so I'm not gonna take it for a ride tonight. I got a 5-gallon can over there. I'll get that filled tonight with 93 so I can throw at least 5 gallons in it, and then tomorrow I'll take you guys out for a ride in the truck. Nothing too crazy because the front diff is definitely still hurt, so we can't beat on it too bad, but we should be able to do enough that you guys can see what the truck is like. So we'll get a cold start real quick. What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. This is the next day at the shop of working on the Silverado. I did actually just take it out for a ride. The GoPro was dead. I wanted to charge it, so I just took it out for a quick ride, thinking that, no problem, I'll take you guys out for a ride in it next. It was good for a while. It's throwing a couple more codes. It's throwing an EVAP emissions system code. That's another solenoid that I'll just end up changing out. But solenoid B is still getting thrown in the truck for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. We're probably gonna have to end up pulling that back out. So that's not didn't put me in the best mood, but that's okay. So I mean, it's a project truck and it takes time, right? So this will definitely be getting pulled apart soon too. I want to pull all the body cladding off. The rockers are shot. I was peeking on them yesterday. So get new rockers put in, get the bed pulled off. I want to clean the frame and everything. I'm not sure what my plans are with the truck. I'd like to maybe sell the Avalanche, go back to dailying this if I can get it in the right condition. Maybe keep this, maybe do like an LSA blower swap on it, maybe do like a big S480 turbo. Who knows? I have lots of ideas for it. We'll just see what happens. For now, I'm gonna focus on just trying to get it back on the road. I do have to get it inspected. You can see last time it was inspected was 2019. Or it expired in 2019. But that's it for now, guys. Sorry you didn't get to go out in the truck. You will next time. Like I said, plenty of content coming with this now that the nice weather's coming around. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.